Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to teach you how to make parry and block in Unreal Engine from scratch. As for the result, it goes similar like this. Before we start this tutorial, first we must prepare 5 main animations and 1 sword asset. The blocking animation, the blocking impact animation, the parry animation, the attack animation, and the damage animation. As for the sword asset, you can use the asset from the Infinity Blade asset pack or any sword asset that you own or created. So let's get started. So as for creating the player character and the AI character, we can just use the third person character here. So first we just duplicate this blueprint here, and then one of it name it as BP player, and the other one is as BP enemy AI. So let's open up the BP player. So under the my character, the variable side, and then you just create 2 variables as under the boolean type. One of it just name it as parry. Oops. And the other one name it as block. And compile and save. So the next thing that we need to set up is for the input button. So we just can go to the edit and project settings, under engine and the input, under the actions. So as for the naming, you just can put one of it, name it as, well, you can just name it as parry or block like this, or parrying or block. Just name parrying or blocking, just any name that as you want. I just leave it like this. As for the button, we just set it as right mouse, right mouse button here. So as for the button, you can just set as any button that you want, but I just set it as right mouse button just for make it easier to test it. So we have set up all the action mapping. We just can close the project settings, then back to BP player, and then type the name, and here we go. And then after that, we just need to put the blocking variables here. Just put it as set, copy and paste, and why don't we just make it as true? Go to press, release. And block here as well, true and false. Wait, right, now we have set up the simple part for the block and parry variables, and the next thing we need to do is to set up the animation itself. So under my parry block folder, I've already prepared, as I mentioned before, I've already prepared for the animations, and as for the block animations is something like this, and we need to create the animation montage here, and well, I just leave the name like this, or you can just rename the montage name by itself, and then just go back to BP player, and then we just type any montage is the keyword is any montage, and we just select the play any montage, choose blocking, compile, and save all. Going right, so we have already completed the blocking animations. Now let's go and test it out. Okay, let's see whether it plays the animations or not. Yeah, right. The reason why he doesn't play that is because that we did not set up the slot a default slot in the animation blueprint. So we just need to go to the mesh and under the class animation blueprint, go back here and the default event graph. Oh, no, event. Here is it. And this is the reason why the animation doesn't play it at all. So we just need to put this default slot here. Connect with this. Compile and save. So the reason why the montage doesn't play it is because we did not add this group default slot here. So we just go back and test it out and see whether the character plays the animations or not. Yeah, it works. And the next thing is we need to equip the weapons. I mean the sword on this character. So the next thing is we need just to put the child actor here. So just go here, child actor here, and you can see that we do not have the source blueprints here. So we need to go there and create another new one. So remember, compile here and go to sort and create another actor blueprints here. Actor. Oops. We just go back here and then we just name it as BP sort. And remember that we need to create another sort for the AI as well. So we just go copy and paste here and then name it as AI sort. And go to BP sort, add component, and we just type for the static mesh here. And you just rename any name that you want. I just name it as sort mesh. And search for the web for the source mesh that you already have it. Just type it as sort mesh bar. It's over here. As I mentioned before, you can use any sort mesh that you want. As for in my case, I'll use it here. And then we just compile and save. We just temporarily leave it here. And then search for BP sort. The sort is here. As you can see, a sort is already connected with the is already appeared here, but the problem is it doesn't appear on the character hands here. So the reason is because that we need to create this socket for the character itself. So we just need to go to search for the character here, the skeleton, and under skeleton we just need to go to preview animation for the and search for the idol here. Start from 0. So as you know that we need to put the sword on this character's hands here. So we just need to search for the parts here, and we need to create a sockets here. As for the socket's name, you can name anything that you want. And for in my case, I will put it as sword socket. Remember, under the name, hit hand R here, and the name the socket names I just name it as source socket. And after that, under there, and then you just need to add preview assets here, and search for the sort static mesh here as a preview. And after that, you can adjust the sort positions. You can just pause the video here and adjust the sort location position. And after that, we can just come back here and see how it goes. Okay, so we have adjusted this location of the sockets to the right hand side here, and this is how it looks like. And then let's go back to BB player here. And then under the parent socket, we just change it to source socket here, from none to source socket. And then we just need to move the sort to the right hand side. and here's how it goes. I think you guys have already realized that the moment when I try to move the sword to the hands, the camera keeps moving its stick near to the character itself. The reason of that is because that we didn't disable the collision of the sword itself. So after we have adjusted the swords to the right hand side here, let's go to the BP sword here. And under collision, we just set it as no collision. After that, compile it, go back to BP player and see how it goes. As you can see, the camera doesn't move to the character itself the moment when I try to move the sword. Okay, so let's compile it and save and see and test it out. Yes, and the sword is stick to the hand of the character itself. And let's keep moving. Yeah, everything works. And let's see how it goes when we play the parry and blocking animation. And I hold it. Oh. As you can see that even though that I'm holding the button, the character only just play the animation just for a while and then you go back to the idle animation itself. The reason of that is because we didn't set the montage to infinity, so that's why we need to go there and set up. Follow, and then we just need to select this little square button here, press default, and see there's a rotate. The shape has already changed to the rotate shape here. So let's test out. But before that, we need to save and play. And when I hold it, yeah, and it works. And there's another problem that we face it. Even though that when I holding the button here, when I release it, the character still keep playing the blocking animations here. So that's why we need to fix it up. Just go to BP player here, event graph. As you can see that we only just set the play anime montage here from press, block, parry, and here, but we didn't set some things like to stop the animation montage here at the moment when we release the button. So we just start from here, press select stop and then montage here, and remember to select montage here, exactly the same the one here. Touch, compile and save, and let's play and see how it goes. Yep, it works. In this tutorial part, we have set up the blocking system for the character, and in the next video, we'll go and set up the enemy AI. So this is the end of the video. I'll see you in the next one.